Hello, everyone, and welcome to the American Reach Mahjong League. This is Korak. I'm joined by Stanley. How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
So we're going to start off in a B1 match here. You can see here Q or Aldwin, Blake, I believe that's Eric, and Christine.
Yeah.
So definitely a bunch of players. If you've been in the league a while, you definitely know these names. And if you've been involved in the scene, you've come across some of these people. So we took a look at this and said, hey, let's throw a cats together, and here we are.
Yep.
Overall, these players are doing okay. You have a couple of the slight negatives, but Eric and Blake are both sitting right around -20, so in relatively safe position, but not really in promotion spot. Aldwin sitting at a plus 22.3, so definitely can make a climb up there. And Christine, the last one, currently in a promotion spot with a rather interesting 2040. Very good ladder structure, but a plus 58.7 after 6 games. Pretty good.
Yeah. Generally, all you really need is a positive score in B1. Maybe
Yeah,
like something a little bit higher if like the season's like kind of bad. But generally, like if you're
the
like plus
last season
50,
was just cursed because I think there were 6 people in between -10 and -20. So they didn't
yeah.
fill all their spots. It was a complete mess. And we're off. Aldwin has the first dealership here. Nice little shape with the Pinzu. Could go Honitsu. Probably just a regular hand. Maybe even a Tanya. Reach Pinfu Tanya. On the right, 1, 2, 3 Sanjiku potentially. I think you just play normally and see what happens. Across the way, double east pair. That is Dora. So just want to get that, call and go, not worry about this dumb hand. You have a couple pairs you could be forced into cheat to it, but there's a loose east for Christine. And I imagine when that comes out, it gets pulled, and that's the end of this hand. Christine makes some slight improvements there. Creates another Kanchan. Still has this loose east. The question is, when is it coming out? And the rest of Christine's shapes are pretty bad. Nice fill there for Eric with the Kanchan fill. There goes the east. There goes the pole. Now you have a 4-2-4-2 and a 4-4-6-6. I imagine you got one of the two fours. Goes the 4 first. I generally cut the 2 just in case you draw the 5. But Aldwin sitting here looking for some upgrades, but really needs the 3-mon or just something extra because almost kind of hedging cheat toy with this shape. It's really awkward, and then just throws it back. Now I have this overlap on the 2-5-8, needing with a 3-4 block and a 6-7 block. So I'm not quite sure what he's going for here. Maybe just Tanya? Oh, immediate punish. I think the 2-mon was just a better cut.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tumon was like not the correct play, but probably a more optimal play for how this game's going. But I guess you do want to save the 2-4 for when it looks risky against Toyman, because they do have Doradori, so... I mean, he could also just be autopilot watching VTuber, so I mean, I can't say anything.
Well, he just shoved a 5-so and a 4-so into that, so maybe. Tenpai now waiting on 3-6 pin for Ton Dora-san. 3 Dora here. I mean, ooh,
Does
that's
get
a nice
8-mon
draw.
here.
Yeah, now you do 3 or 3, 4. That 3 fits in nicely into this hand. And have a Dama Pinfu on the right for 5-8, so. Well, there's your 8, and that was certainly the cheap hand. Dama Pinfu, always disgusting.
It's pretty much a handshake here that you just take the Dama Pinfu. Hey, like, I don't want...
Dealer's like, yeah, I don't get all your coverage, minus 1,000's fine there. Blake says, you know what, I'll take the 1,000. And, of course, Eric's very sad. All right, we get a switch on the perspective to Blake. Alrighty, we have a Pinfu type hand, maybe a Sanshoku. Really just looking for a Dora on anything else. Shapes are pretty good. On the right, Pinfu type shapes. Need to fill this 2-so and 8-mon Kanchan's possible 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku there as well. Across the way, kind of a Chitoi hedge now. You have 4 pairs and a callable Haku pair, but you don't have any value otherwise. Passes the first 1-so, and I think that's the right play. On the left, possible 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku, but it's going to require some maneuvering to get anything out of that hand. Also does have 4 pairs you can consider Chitoi.
Oh, two Dora paired up now, or not paired up, but two Dora Eric's hand on the
Yeah, I think
right.
you just cut 1-3 so. Sanjiku looks good still. Let's see, can you? No, I guess you can't get it because you don't have enough blocks, but the 1-3 still looks good.
Very commonly, this hand can become 7-8-9. Oh shit.
Well, now you see Shun 10, pretty wide, and you'd love to pair up the 7 or 9 Mon.
7-9 Mon, or you draw the 7 pin, and then you're just really stacked at that point.
Oh, you're just waiting on the 8 Mon. You'll definitely reachy that, but there aren't too many of those left.
Oh, that's right. I need to pop out Twitch chat for myself to read. I will be doing that.
Blake's hand just kind of stuck here. Oh, there's a potential Tanyo shift. The question is, you can't really buy the Sanjiku here. Oh, okay. Gonna take the wider shape here for a potential Nobeton.
This is actually the more ideal play if you just want to maintain.
I disagree. It should be 9 first. If you're doing it, it's fine, but that should be 9 first because you see 2 of them out already.
Oh,
there's the Tenpai on the left, Richidora 1, 2-pin Tuso. We see one of each discarded and the other 2 locked in hands. So this is a dead weight.
For now. Wait, no, I guess it's always dead.
Yeah, it's always dead. The question is, can you make something from it anyway?
I mean, there's a chance that Eric just bails and then 2-pin and steals in, but I hope
it is
that...
Suji here, so the 2-pin could come out.
Oh, that's a backfire on the Forso.
Yeah.
Just
Doesn't want to throw this live Haku. I'd just get rid of it. I'm not worried about it. You have the value. And now you see the pause and you go, oh no, and then you realize, oh, someone else has it.
Oh no to a oh yes. Oh! Drew it back.
Tenpai can throw the 8-pin.
8-pin Suji and then wait 4-7.
Well, the problem is the 4 is now dead. I might just throw the Dora. So this is only waiting on 7-pin.
There is one Dora left in the wall,
There is one left, yes.
Would be pretty rude if he won on it, not gonna lie.
I definitely prefer just reaching on the Dora there. You don't really like the Nobeton, but it's better than this. Tenpai for dealer here. Tanyo Toy Toy, 3-mon 6-0. There's the Dora! Gets it! I mean, okay. Just get the last Dora. Reach pin through Dora 3. No Aura does get Mongon out of it, though. And Eric up to a big lead here in East 3.
Must be nice.
Yeah, just get the last Dora on the wall. Seems like a good strategy to me.
I thought what he was gonna do was gonna like Dama and then try to get the 7-pin out, but
I mean, you could have Dama if you're just looking for the 7-pin, honestly, because it's the same value here. But Eric here has a potential 1-2-3 Sanjiku, immediately gives it up. I think I definitely throw the East there, but with 2-1 so out, it's less good. There's an East call on the right, probably is trying to go fast here. Does have a Dora potentially, could go Dora Tonki or pair that up.
It's Tenpai.
Yeah, you
take the Nobeton?
No, yeah, you take the Intotsu.
Oh, sorry, not Nobeton. Intotsu, yeah.
And Christine takes a look at, I don't know what to do.
It's Suji! Hey, it's Suji! Like, it's set up Suji trap. Wait, what?
Half Suji, no.
It's basically Suji.
You're not, Dustin. Stop trying to pull that.
Okay. Either way, I mean, everyone's pretty screwed right now, so...
Well, the problem is Blake's probably the most screwed here, because there's an incentive to push, and that 3-pin just looks really loose.
What is a Dora Hatsu? There's only one.
Yeah, it's Hatsu.
Oh, that's a slight
your
punish.
Real concern for everyone here is there goes the first. I imagine they all pour out, except there's only 2 in hands at this point, so not coming out. And you go, oh, that means they're definitely in the wall now. And speaking of, Aldwin draws one.
Oh, 3 pins pretty loose.
There's your deal in. I said it was loose, and that was gonna deal in, and it did eventually. No aura punish though. The 2,000, you're like, sure, whatever.
Pretty good easy Rishi. Probably always take Dentotsu.
Oh yeah, for sure. Rather than what, 2-pin Conchot?
2-pin Conchot? But you do see three pins.
Yeah, but no one else does. So how good is it? You're basically hoping to sumo.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
I mean, this
Eric
is a
has a
relatively easy hand for Eric, honestly.
Pinfu, maybe an Itsu out of this. In the Dora suit, Itsu's always nice. The problem is all those tiles appear to be blocked by Christine, who's looking at amazing potential here. Needs a 3 so badly, though. Not even potentially 3, 4, 5 Sanshogu, with dreams of Itsu there. Across the way, a couple pairs, kind of a messy hand, not really anything to work with. I don't know, 4 Doko would be funny, but that's about all I can go with on that hand. And on the left, what, 4 pairs? Everything's at 5 pairs, now it's
5
just
pairs.
G-Toy. Yeah. You can
Oh.
potentially get Ipeco. The problem is if you fill the into Ipeco, you're already Cheetoy Tenpai.
Yeah, and you could probably set up the 6-pin for 3-pin Sushi later for that cheat
Right.
toy. Oh,
Well,
but that's
that's a
just
Dora
Tenpai.
pair. And this is Ricci, Pin, Fudora to possible Ipeco.
Wow, that was fast. 3-6 weight. It's gonna be actually pretty good.
That's a
So.
really good hand.
Tsumo.
Oh,
Oh!
just Ipatsum,
Is possible
the expensive
Ipeco?
end. It's Hanem on
Shit.
plus.
I mean, I'm just gonna see Ura 2 now. Watch.
Just needs
Oh,
one Ura
it's
for
one.
Vaimon.
Just
Seems
needs
good enough
one.
to me.
Ah.
And
Well.
Christine says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Sitting at 46,000 dealer here. Has 4 pairs here. I might even go Chi-Toy or potentially Toy with this. Kind of awkward with a regular hand. Well, now it's just Chi-Toy again. On the right, that is Ishanten for just Richidora 1. Across the way, West pair, that is a Yakuhai pawn with 2 Dora. Doesn't take too much to realize you just call and go there. On the left, we have a Haku Anko. And pretty good shapes, but desperately needs the 3-pin, and that sure isn't coming out.
Yeah, Toyman now Ishanten for West Door 2. Pretty good overall. But Christine's hand is actually not that bad either. Oh, just gonna force G-Toy here?
Well,
Okay.
I think forcing Chi-Toy makes sense here. This hand's not normal. You have too much space in between your blocks.
I think she should just follow 7-pin. I think she should just follow 7-pin right now and try to play a little bit more efficiently. But she doesn't want to. Because early on, like setting up so many traps is just not worth it compared to just pure efficiency.
Well,
But
there's
the
a Tenpai on the
Ishanten
right.
will
Ricci Dora 1 on 1 4-pin. And if you're, wow, Blake just folds out. I think I might just shove this. Doesn't want to throw the 4-mon and the 6-0 later.
He's probably just moving away and then coming back later.
Yeah, he's going to try and Mawashi this.
Like, if you have to push 1 now, just 4-mon, it's more workable than pushing, like, a lot of things.
Well, now you draw the 8, and you look at the hand and go, what's the plan
you still
now?
go 8-pin, because it's just 1 chance 7-pin.
Yeah. Might see a deal in here, but throws the 5 first. There's actually Kutsuki Ishanten for Eric.
8 so just passed.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Each.
I think he just deals in here.
Yeah, I don't know how you dodge that one. It's just a deal in. You hope there's no Ura flip. And
yo, you need
Alden
to stop
says,
talking.
hey, I'm not going to just flip a door. I'm going to flip 2.
Yo, you need to stop talking. That was quite rude. You just summoned 2 Ura out of nowhere.
I mean, that's the point of taking a Ricci. You're not that thrilled with the 2600. You'll take him. You're really hoping for an Ura. Or better yet, 2 there. And that's going to go Alden the Mongon. Still in 4th place, but man, this is 1,000 points between 2nd and 4th now. And Alden is dealer here as a potential Ricci Pinfu Tanya Dora hand. Pretty nice altogether. Would really love that 5 so Dora on the right. Pinfu hand, maybe an Itsu and Mon. Kind of awkward, though, with the Penchon, a couple Penchon. Well, there's the Dora draw we were looking for, just not for the dealer. And Blake pulls it in, fits in very nicely. Across the way, has a few pairs here. Maybe looking to just go Toy brute force here. We'll see later. And on the left, that's an amazing hand. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8. I mean, the blocks are obvious already. Potential 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku. Tanyao, Peiko, Dora.
Oh, wow. Eric is just gonna call 2 times and still try to Otozuke Haku. He does have a Toy, like,
Yeah, Eric's going Toy Toy.
Safe
When
net.
you do this type of play, you're looking to go Toy Toy or even Honitsu. Like, I'm actually kind of sad that 9-pin discard earlier now. Because, man, you'd be absolutely amazing with this hand looking at Toy Toy,
Yeah,
Honitsu, maybe Yakuhai.
yeah, you'd be cooking pretty hard here. But he is kind of like faking the late Honitsu with the like 9-pin doesn't really mean anything for most of the players
Yeah, it's not going
watching.
to happen.
It's why he can't discard the 9-pin right now, because he needs to like quote unquote create the story
Yeah,
that he has like
similarly,
Honitsu.
Christine says, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm
There
just
you
going to
go.
call it down and in result dealing for 1,000. But honestly, if I'm in first with this lead, I'll deal at 1,000 every time.
Yeah, I mean Christine's just handshaking now at this point. She says, you want 1,000? Take your 1,000. I mean,
Now you see a Hatsu call on the left, also a second Yakuhai for Aldwin, though. Interestingly, on the right, though, we have the Anko of the double stealth, possible Sanshiko, possible Itsu. Great potential value there. Speaking of potential value, dealer just draws another Dora. This is just call and go. Across the way, you have the Haku pair, so we're actually Mochi Mochi on those. And this is going to be very interesting because
oh
Q might get stuck here. Oh, wow.
wow,
Just Rianami Ramen Ishan 10 for Richi Pinfu Tanya Dora 2 secured.
yeah, Blake is just drawing quite close to perfect now. I mean, shit just yeah. Oh, conned?
Khan's
Nothing.
the south for the Fu, which I think is reasonable.
Yeah.
And of course another draw.
Now there's an incentive if Q drops the 2-pin or Albin drops the 2-pin for Blake to just open now. Because back then, if you were like, oh,
Yeah,
Tanya
if you
Dora
get the
2, not that
Tanya Dora
good.
3, that's good enough.
Yeah, Tanya Dora 3, you're definitely calling. In fact, you might even call a 2-5 so and just try to go, like, see if there's a loose
Just say,
2-pin
I
here.
want this done with. The person on my right is showing 2 Han, or 3 Han equivalent, given all of that Fu.
Yeah, will be the standard 7-pin cut here, just to secure the Dora pair. And now we have Eric drawing
Now,
a Dora.
Forso there is very inefficient by Eric.
Yeah, but he really wants to use the Dora here.
Well,
In fact,
now
he
has a choice
just...
of which Dora to use. May end up using both of them. You pair of 2-pin or 6-pin.
Yeah. Then you'll actually probably just have a walkout
Oh,
here.
and that's a pretty big backfire for Aldwin there. And we have Tenpai for Eric. Which one do you want?
We'll take the 3-pin.
And gets it.
And we'll deal in.
Now that's just Mongon with all that Fu. Eric says, thank you very much.
That's actually a very good play by Eric, not gonna lie. I mean, if you do get the 6-pin pulled, then 3-pin doesn't look that bad to push here.
Yeah, and you figure someone has the 6-pin pair at that point, so
it was actually just
that
very
surprising to come out.
At the perfect Ishanten there, but the perfect Ishanten where you have to cut 3 pins is unfortunate.
Scary, yeah. Well, Eric is dealer here after that win. Looking for a Ricci Dora 1 most likely. Decent shapes altogether on the right. Ricci, Pinfu, maybe a 2-3-4 Sanshoku in here. Also can use Dora across the way. Chun pair, maybe 1-2-3 Sanshoku. And on the left, probably is Tanyao. There are a bunch of pairs here, but the shapes are just a mess. So the question is go Tanyao Chitoy or Tanyao Chitoy. And I think you just try for regular hand with the 4-5-6.
I think 4-5-6 probably more realistic.
If you weren't in 16-9, I'd call that in an instant just because I don't like these shapes. But I don't really like it with the scoreline.
Yeah, I'm not super appreciative of this 8-mon pawn here, just because you have like 2 hands left. And winning 1,000 here really doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like your competition is deal the next turn. You can hope for an Oya recovery. You just haven't paid out a bunch in sumo. It just doesn't really help you. Speaking of things that might help you, though,
Eric.
that's a second Dora pull by Eric. Just locks it in, keeps all the floaters.
Yeah, so this is a okay cut here. Since considering you have to build a new block anyways. Just
well, that's a draw. Mon. I think it's just 8-mon.
I think this is a preference. He's gonna go 6 because 7
yeah, you can go that or even 4-pin here. It's just one of the floaters.
6 also had a chance of you drawing a bad shape and you being furry 10 on it and not being able to prove.
Speaking of bad shapes and missing furry 10, well, there goes the 3-2.
I think like what you dare is you don't want to draw 4-so, because even like if you have 4-pin, draw like 6-pin. It's not that bad because if you draw 7-pin later, you can improve your non-bin. But you can't do that with 6-so because you free 10 quite often on a better if you want to improve to a better weight. But I think that's the Sod Minshed now
On a
from
lot of hands, they're
Christie on
doing
the
a lot of
right.
lateral movement, but not really moving forward. Now that 6-pin desperately helps that hand there for
Should be
play.
Tenpai now. I don't know. Or
I
sorry, Ishan
don't
10.
think it can be.
I mean, sorry, I misspoke. Ishan 10. But 7-pin. It's the way to just basically not free 10
That
for yourself to
feels like
Tanya.
the 7-pin feels like the normal call, the normal discard there. It gives you a lot of options to chi.
Yeah. I mean, Eric cannot call anything here.
No.
Ooh, so yeah, you just go
Yeah, and
8-mon
that's good. I
here.
don't like that 8-mon. I didn't like it ages ago. I just don't think it ever fits. Well, there's Tenpai
Oh,
on the left.
Tenpai.
He just got the 3. And yeah, there you go. 5-pin, 4-so, 7-so. We see all the 7s now locked up.
Yeah, there's
So
only
the
one
5s are also locked up.
locked
And
up.
the
So
4, the last winning tile that's not in someone's hand is the 4-so.
oh, it should be 6-pin for Christine, honestly.
I cut 3-5.
Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, it's 3-5 first. You want to maintain a better shape. Is she free 10 on the 2-pin? Oh, she is free 10 on 2-pin.
Well, you're not furry 10 because that's a shampoo.
2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, my bad. I'm just trolling. What's Ishanta now for Eric? We'll cut the 4. I guess it's just for safety, I
Ooh,
guess.
that's an awkward draw.
You go 6.
Dumb.
Oh!
Just gonna deal in. And again, that's another, sure, take my 1,000. Let's move this on.
Yeah.
Especially in dealers sitting there, Ishan 10 for Richi Yupeko Dora 2.
Man, Christine's watching her dealing rate go through the roof, but she's watching her dealing value
Dealing
just keep
average
going,
going down.
go down every turn by turn.
Yeah. It's always one of those things when you look at the stats, the high level, and then you drill into them a bit and go, oh, right, that's why. So Christina is a very interesting choice here. Could try and brute force the Tanya. Could go Itsu. Could even go Chinitsu with this. I think you just play regular and see what happens. On the right, that on their hand is a Honitsu hand. You just go for it. And not even really thinking. Across the way, 789 Sanshku. Possible Itsu in pin. Also possible Junchan. If you get a Dora, maybe you go for Junchan Sanshku Dora. On the left, probably just looking for something fast to try and close this out, get your second. You'd love the Sumo with an Ura or something. Maybe you get that Mangan Sumo to sneak in first, but you're not really expecting it here. I think you just cut 7-mon every time here. Nope, cuts the Kanshan 3-1.
I guess Eric just is not really afraid of dropping into second here or third here. He's just trying to fish as much value out as possible. Not exactly sure if this is just like cheat toy or what's going on.
Feels kind of indecisive. Okay, we'll just draw another 7-mon. That'll work.
It just feels like Eric understands that this is the last hand, most likely. Because Christine will most likely just fold out anytime like anyone shows like their Tenpai.
Oh, for sure. If there's any danger, Christine.
So you also don't really
involved.
So Eric himself also doesn't have an incentive to like do anything.
Right. It seems maybe a little too defensive for me. Now I am surprised 8-so is passed.
8-so for 9-so Tanya.
Yeah, that's what I'd go with.
This is it's not your typical Eric. Oh, okay. Well,
now you have a door and you're just kind of stuck. So you're gonna have to cut the 4-so or the 9-so here probably. At least
I might
really
cut
want
the
to
6-mon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can, but do you really like the Shumpo? The 9-so is actually dead, so those are his safe tiles.
Yeah, I mean, the plan is probably to just cut 9-so, 9-so.
Yeah, that feels like the plan is just fold out.
Yeah. I mean, we might be seeing the most boring hand for a while, because Alvin on the right still believe he's Shanten here.
Yeah, Chun's dead, so that's not even that much value. Need the 6-pin. Well,
oh, that cheat toy.
That is cheat toy. Wait on the east. Oh, this is disgusting. Just missed that one.
East?
One's cut east for Richi, Chitoi, Honitsu, Hanemon. This will be at minimum second place on a win.
Well, I mean, at least Eric will be able to successfully fold out, but Blake is probably the one that's the highest chance of dealing in here, honestly. Because he really has no incentive to, like, stop pushing here. I mean, his opponent just recheated, and this is, like, the perfect time to, like, try to catch up. But
That's Tenpai for dealer, just gonna Dama it.
yeah, definitely no need to, like, risk anything here from this point.
Well, I think the reason you Dama is just so you can break Tenpai in the last draw.
Yeah, that too as well. But if you do sumo this... Oh, nice, sumo.
Oh, yeah, just sumo, I guess.
Just sumo. Just make Alwyn sad.
Yeah, that's really sad. 2 East just stuck deep in the wall.
Yeah, that 4-7 weight for Christine that's probably the last Formon, I believe. So.
Well, dealer here's Christine again, picks up the reach stick from Aldwin, has 3 pairs and a floating Dora, maybe a 5-6-7 Sanjiku in here, but it just looks slow. On the right, that's a pretty standard Pinfu. Locks in the Dora pair. That's definitely not the efficient play. I think there was a 2-3-4 Sanjiku in there, but wants to hold the south, which is questionable given 2 of them were already cut at that point. But across the way, Tanyao maybe? I'm trying to find value, and I'm just not really. Richi, Pinfu, Tanyo, Ipeko, if you end up cutting that Penchon 8, 9 in Manzu. Other than that, the shapes are, like, workable maybe, but it's a bit of a mess on the left. Boy, that is Conchon hell.
Yeah. Alwyn on
it's
the right.
One where the Shanten count is really low, but you don't expect to finish.
Yeah, Alwyn on the right does have Itsu potentially now. Is Ishanten, like, I believe? Yeah, Kusuke Ishanten right now.
For two.
Well, you're looking for 7 pin.
So yeah, well, 7 pin would be amazing. You're fine with 9 pin.
9 pin, yeah, or 4-6 pin. Honestly, like just
yeah, there are so many Pinzu shape draws that help this hand immensely. You have Richidora too, and of course Sumo here would not be enough by itself. Richi Sumo Dora 2. Oh well, Christine's starting to look scary.
Yeah, she's about to hit the hand.
I mean, I'd cut the 5-6 now. I mean, we're cutting.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
There it goes. Yeah.
Just going full safety for now. Oops. I mean, 6. Oh, are we just gonna go to Chitoi?
Reach.
Oh, well, that was one of the draws you.
Yeah, 4-7 pin, Richi pin, Fudora 2 is reasonable.
Well,
Problem
I mean,
is the 4-7 they're being eaten by Christine.
Christine can easily also fold with these, so well, 4 mon.
Yeah,
1
but
mon.
this hand is so fun. You have to play that. I'd pull.
Whoa, she's not gonna call this, right?
Aww.
Oh wait.
Okay, you can still cut 1 mon.
1 mon, okay. Right? And if we get our 8 pin here, and then we can cut west.
The west and be waiting on 4 pin pay. Well, there's our chase, so that may be the end of this.
So, I mean, west is still an okay cut here.
Yeah. It is west player, but I'd chi that.
That's chi, probably.
Oh, well, what about Suwanko Ishanten?
Wait, 9 pins are dead, so needs to last north.
4 is also dead.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, the 4 pin is complete.
Oh,
there's the 7. Sumo. And that Richi stick is going to put Alden in second place. Reach Sumo Dora 2. No Ura. But I think that's enough to overtake.
That is enough, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
With Homba, I believe.
Yeah, because Homba. And yeah, exactly. So we have Christine with that 27.7. Alden there on the very end gets 6.7. Eric with a nice little Mongon. Late, but not enough to close it out, and Blake takes the big hit, especially in the deal in with Dora pulling and dealing that 3. Pretty unfortunate Mongon deal in there, minus 35.7.
Yeah, kind of rough for Eric actually, because Eric doesn't really deal in, but he just watches everyone sumo better than him. So thankfully, he does have that one hand that makes him positive, but. Overall, actually a pretty rough game.
We have a bunch of tables that started. We could stay here. I guess there's an A1 table that just started. Or, yeah, I guess the other one started 5 minutes ago. So.
Yeah, we have, what, A2, A1, B2. B1. Oh my god.
Yeah, it'd be the B2 or this one or go to A1. What? Let you pick.
I mean, let's just go watch Dustin, Mr. Uridri.
All right, we'll head to A1 then. I believe the top 2 seeds in the overall standings are in that
Yep.
game.
And Mr. Dustin was 3rd place at our UC Berkeley Open. So congrats for his Dharma Bucks.
This is Dustin, Aaron, Kenyon, and Joe. Yeah, Dustin has enough Narma box or he just auto qualified. He doesn't have to attend to anything else for the rest of the season. All right, here we are. We start off here with Dustin, and has a couple pairs, mediocre hand, but has a floating door. Of course, if that pairs up, you can call and you'd have 5 Han, with that being the double Yakuhaya's dealer. On the right, Pinfu type hand, although you have that Onko, so it may just end up being Richinomi. Across the way, decent hand, needs the 2 Mon and 7 Mon to make anything from it. On the left, similarly, potentially decent, but just not there yet. A whole bunch of middling hands. I wouldn't call any of these just objectively bad, but none of them are good.
Probably Dustin has a slight chance of having something good, just because it could become a cheat toy. When you pair up East, and
Yeah, but
I mean, at that point you have
cheat
East
toy's
or
never good.
yeah, but it's cheat toy.
Exactly.
Hey, how many is that? 4 pairs right now?
Yeah, it looks
1,
like
2, 3,
4.
4.
That's 4. Yeah, that floating Dora, so I'm sure he's at least considering it at this point.
Well, that's a different story now. Now you just probably
That's
go
a
regular
really
hand.
awkward draw. I don't even know what to do with it. Speaking of awkward draws, what does Kenyon do?
Cut East. 1 Mon. Oh, 7-9.
Yeah, I was thinking it was either 1 Mon or 9 so here. But she's also trying to bait a cheat toy pawn, it looks like.
It's one of those hands where, yeah, you want to look really suspicious on purpose, even though you have a normal hand.
Meanwhile,
Wow.
Aaron's hand is getting significantly better, but still doesn't have any real value to it.
Yeah, Kenyon is purposely playing like inefficiently just because she's trying to like. Yeah, she's probably actually just forcing cheat
And she
toys.
just
Oh
hoarding
wait,
spaces
Dustin's
at this point.
Ishanten. Potential star Anko here.
Yeah.
If you draw a 7 pin, do you go East Tonki?
Of
Oh,
course. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that
okay.
answers that.
Guess we'll just have
Toy double
Dora
East.
2.
And if you draw the form on first, you have guaranteed Sun Onko as well.
Go 2 Mon here.
Yeah. Dare 2 Mon out, it's useless.
Eat.
Yeah.
There's our Tenpai on the right. Richi Tanya, 2 5-pin. We see 4 of those in hand, so 4 also in the wall.
Yeah. 2 5.
Oh, well, that's a Sanshogu
That's a
potential upgrade
draw.
there on the left.
Iso's Gambitsu for Dustin. I wonder what's 4 so.
I just got the safe 9-pin, but wanted to keep the wider
that's
reach on 10.
That's quite a push for Joe. I mean, Joe really is just trying to force this 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku like really hard, and it just costs a 9-pin later. But like, why just not reverse
definitely
order?
like the 9-pin first if you're gonna do that.
It's gonna pass the Hatsu pawn.
He's looking for the Sanshoku. I said from the start he was looking for Sanshoku. There's no doubt in my mind.
Dustin is I mean, probably will bail the 8 those unless he wants to yellow shove the 4-pin. Yeah. It's pretty bad actually, because I think Dustin will just deal in if he draws a winning tile. Considering how like he's just like yellow shoving.
Doesn't
but
matter.
It will just be a
it's just
sumo.
draw and reach sumo. Tanyo?
Tanyo? Maybe Ura.
No,
nah,
we'll pick up
Aaron doesn't hit
4,000
Ura.
though.
Yeah, I mean 5,000 swings pretty good. So I'll take that. And Aaron has a Honitsu-ish hand.
Not, it's like maybe. You're in the door. Okay, now it's gonna
Oh,
push towards,
now
but
it's
it's just
pretty
got the
funny
9.
too.
So yeah, but these shapes are awful. You need what, 2 mon twice, and then a 7 mon. But I mean, you go for it just because of the value, but you're not. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Now you see how much doesn't believe it yet. I think I would have thrown Chud instead.
Wow.
Oh wait, no, they're both 1 cut. Doesn't matter.
It's gonna
Meanwhile,
cut the
interesting hand there on the
Yakuza.
right by Kenyon. Probably just call the south and go. Could even call the west, but there's no real reason to because you're not picking up Chaunt or anything else doing so. Across the way, kind of a pin to hand. 3 pin would really help. Has 2 Dora, but the rest of the shapes aren't really cooperating. On the left,
Oh, that's a
Ipeko, great shapes in So, especially when you pull the 7 So like that. So we might see dueling Honitsu or dueling Chinitsu for that matter.
yeah. Everyone's trying to going kind of like
Aaron just says we're getting rid of this 1 mon right now, so probably planning to play regular.
yeah, probably trying to play for like Tanya Pinfu stuff like
Oh, just
that.
draw
But
the 7 mon.
that second one's pretty good. It's 3 so okay. I'm not sure, but that's fine. Pretty sure the standard cut is still like secured dominant here, but that's probably what he's gonna do right now. So still
Yeah,
diff.
there it goes.
The Kenyan is
Ryan
gonna
and
cut the west
Ryonkani
here.
Shanten.
Gonna cut the west. Probably hoping to draw 8 so or 9 so. So that way you can like shift. Oh,
Yeah, just kind of like that. Potential Sanshogu upgrade now.
Sanshoku now. And then you can even start south if you draw 9 so or something like
That's
that, or 9
Tenpai on the
mon.
left, waiting on 3 so.
Eat.
Dustin will slam it.
So
Of course, Dustin seeing a 3 so wait, it's just obligation, isn't it?
yeah. Ooh, Kenya is gonna cut the south first, just because it is. This 1 so is pretty
Boom.
hard to push right now, but
Boom.
we'll be able to push the 1 so most likely now.
Tenpai across the way will be Tanya Dora 2 waiting on 7 mon Genbutsu.
Yeah. Genbutsu is only 1 left in the wall, but someone might fold on it.
Well, I think you
But
don't want to fold because Joe's obviously just hard shoving.
yeah. But at the same time, it's kind of like how much door does he have for him to be incentivized to call like this? But I guess if it's Joe, you say 0. But
I'd assume. Well, now he's just gonna pull in this. I think he has to.
Yeah, you have.
Wow.
Oh, he's not going to.
That actually surprises me a lot.
Kenyon is now
And that's Headless
Ishanten.
Ishanten. No, doesn't want to throw the 1 so just yet.
Yeah. I would have preferred the 1 so just because of Suji, but maybe she just forgot because it got pawned. I don't know. Oh, wait, that's not dealing because it's Naimon first. Because you have to go Tanya.
No.
Oh, what?
There's the dealing. Just playing for K10, and of course Sanso wins for Dustin. No, Aura, that's wrong. Dustin just obligated to get Aura on the Sanso weight, isn't he?
Yeah, and then it's also Aaron. Did you not know you're playing against the Sanso cultist? You're like kind of obligated to just fold on it, honestly.
No, he's just going for K10 there. Well, Kenyon, his dealer here, has a floating Dora and a couple pairs. This hand's bad.
Yeah, it's not very
Kanchan,
good.
Kanchan, floater, garbage, and more garbage. On the right, I don't know, you could go Tanya probably with this hand. You have a floating Dora. You'd love to pair up the Yakuhai.
Oh,
So
wow.
not going to really push towards the Honitsu. I like the 1-mon cut there. Across the way, 5, 6, 7 Sanshku shift maybe later. Right now, just kind of awkward.
Boom.
We play fish to see what happens. On the left, we see the Hatsu Pon. Potential upgrades to an Itsu or a Honitsu even, but I think just going to go fast here.
Yeah, currently Joe here probably has all his blocks set up now and just needs to slowly get his shapes done. Meanwhile, over here, Kenya's actually like it's not that bad actually anymore. Oh, but that 3 so draw by Joe on the right, it's really gonna help a lot. We'll suck give you a 7 mon because the shapes are now set in stone.
And Joe's
has the potential
definitely
2, 3, 4.
shown interest in Sanjogu, so he may just throw the Dora next.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to throw the Dora.
There we go. Yeah.
You're actually kind of
Ishanten.
sad here because you're not going to get Sanjogu unless there's a shift.
Well,
But
you were
Ricci
never gonna
Tanya's
get.
good enough. There was a 2-3-4, very likely. Oh,
Oh, there's your
well,
Sanshoku. Yeah.
okay, sure.
Wait. Tuso.
This
That
is
is
the
not.
widest Ishan 10, while still keeping the Sanshku upgrade.
Hmm.
Because if you pair up 4-5 or 3-4,
No.
then it's just Tenpai.
Was there a way to maintain both Sanshokus? I think you had to commit to
Not
one,
unless
huh?
you cut the Tumon, which greatly weakens the hand.
No, you're not allowed to cut Tumon there for sure.
Yeah, no, I don't think there was.
Yeah. He's thinking about it. Going back.
He's like, can I? No.
He's like, I can shift back down to 2-3-4 right here. But which I actually wouldn't have mind, just because I've set up this one 7-mon Suji trap. Like if I shift it and then my end weight becomes 2-2-2-4, then like 4-mon like has a decent chance of coming out, honestly.
There's Tenpai across the way. Ricci Nomi,
Ricci.
5-8 so. There are 4 left in the wall here. And Aaron's out.
Joe.
I don't think Joe does. Okay, Joe kind of Mwashi's here. Tumon's an awkward cup. He did have the earlier 3.
Yeah, you did have the earlier 3, and it's not like there was like a more reliable tile other than 3-pin. But yeah, if you're gonna cut 2-mon, I probably just would have rather wished you'd cut 3-pin. Not gonna lie. That way.
Well, there's your Tenpai. This is slam.
This is a slam.
Ricci, Pinfu, Tanya, possible Sanshogu. Waiting on 3-6.
Oh, there's 3-mon.
Yeah, it's just all like bad.
Fun.
6 is completely dead. 3 is 1 left. So it's what,
Yeah.
a 1 versus 4?
If Joe didn't Ricci, there's a chance that Kenyon would have just folded the 3-mon into.
Can you get a con? Nope.
No. My Kenyon never cons.
There's one of your outs. So 3 versus 1 now.
I mean, you should probably just go 1-pin for Aaron. 7? Okay. 8 is uncleared Tsuchi. Oh, wow.
Whoa!
What is going to get with this?
There it goes. Ricci, Pinfu, Tanya, Sanshoku, no Ura, but still Mongon. It's a nice pickup there for Joe. Going to jump into first place.
I thought this was going to be 4-pin.
Really big hand of the game.
Well, I was convinced it was going to be 4-pin there, not going to lie.
Well, Joe off that win is now dealer here. Has a Dora, decent chase, possible 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku. Does have to get rid of this Penchon, presumably, but just pair up the 1. There goes the Tanya, but you're fine with that normally.
Wait,
Joe, however, doesn't want it, apparently. On the right, few Kanchan. Man, that So shape is sad. 3, 5, 7, 7, 9. Ugh. Not sad, however, is across the way Aaron there with a beautiful 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6 shape in Manzu. That's a mouthful. And on the left, a floating Dora, maybe a 2-3-4 Sanshoku shift later, but for now,
Yeah, Joe potentially floating some like 5, 6, 7 or 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku.
That is Tenpai across the
Tenpai.
way. Because you
Well,
use the 5s as an Onko, plus the 5 as part of a 4, 5, 6, and then use the 6 as your pair.
I do not really want to reach this, not gonna lie. Just because you could get 4, 5, 6. But I guess you should just reach it for value, but I don't know. The 5-pin draw, 4-pin draw would have been really nice, not gonna lie. Oh, you would have just drawn the 4. Oh! Wait, no, 3-pin pit was pawned earlier. I don't know, this feels like such a waste. To reach it here.
Now, it is Ricci Tanya, which is worth something. But the question is Joe going to get Tenpai here? Currently, Ishunta needs that 8-pin. And we see 3 of them in hand. 2 out, or 1 out and 2 in hand. Well, they're just going to
deal. It's trouble.
And last Dustin deals in first. And there he goes.
There he goes.
Ricci Tanya, no Ura.
Oh.
Dustin not getting punished on these shoves.
Yeah, I was hoping for an Ura 4, not gonna lie.
It would have been funny, yes.
It would have just been funny.
Dustin E's dealer here. We're in South Run now. Few pairs can accept a Dora. Hand isn't great though. Maybe some Chanta shifts or Junchan later. Doesn't even really consider it. Just holds the extra floating honor.
Wow, not a huge fan of the honor keep.
On
I
the right, we
do
have a
really.
tune pair and a pay pair. Can probably just try and call this down, but there's just no value. Like, what's the plan here? I don't even really like cutting the south there. I want to get rid of this stupid Penchon. Because Penchon on Door Indicator is the saddest possible hand. Saddest
Yeah,
possible shape for a hand.
and it's not like you even have Dora by completing the shape. You just have a complete
Right, and if you draw a Dora, you connect to the 5 pin, so you don't even care. Well, now it's just Honitsu. Screw this hand. That's very much a screw this hand cut. Across the way, as an East pair, we're no longer an East round. Kind of a Pinfu shape. One Dora in there on the left. Bunch of tiles in pin, but doesn't look Itsu yet. It could get there, though. We'll need to find a pair elsewhere.
Not a big fan of how Aaron's playing this hand. He really values this Penchon, which kind of just straight up sad. So
yeah, well, okay.
I guess rewarded.
Well, yeah, but I'd rather have the 5 pin.
Okay, well, I'd rather have cut 9-mon here if you're gonna do that.
Well, see, I complained about the 1 pin earlier, and I don't mind just floating the 5 for a while, but now you're just stuck here with this ugly Kanchan Door Indicator, wait. And you're not even Tenpai.
Well, I mean, Dustin has...
Are we gonna see...
Each.
Oh, that's a Ricci here. And I don't know what's going on after. We're lost.
Yeah, sorry, the stream we were commentating from dropped on us.
Oh, someone reached on Sanzo.
Don't.
That's all you need to know. Wait, someone dealt in with Sanzo. Oh, Kenyon was waiting on Sanzo.
Yeah, Joe deals into the 3, so here, Rishi Pinfu Dora 1. Sorry about that. We are back.
This is actually such a push-heavy table, if you think about it. We actually have
when I saw these names, I was not surprised.
These are like 3 pushers, and Kenyon on the right is technically
Kenyon isn't a folder either. She's kind of hybrid.
A Moashi, so we can say this is a 3.5 push table. Almost a full 4, but you really can't put her in a
I don't
push
think
category.
Kenyon's quite as aggressive as any other people here.
Oh,
but Aaron with a really good starting hand here. I don't feel that 6-pin was right. I mean, there's a potential Sanshoku, but I think I just want to cut 5-so here.
5-so, right? To catch Dora Damen. Yeah.
Because now you need so many tiles from the 3, 6, 9 Suji. You need, what, 3 of them to complete this hand?
Yeah, I was also worried that he's just gonna just get his Sanshoku ditched like that. Okay, I mean, now you have to cut 5-so, right? There we go.
Yeah, you're not even thrilled with that, because you could lose a lot of value, but you're not sad. Speaking of value, we have a Junchan on the right looking to upgrade a Sanshoku. That's Ishan 10 for closed Junchan.
Oh, well, I mean, Aaron's just like better and luckier.
Oh, and you draw the door immediately. That's the only time you're like really sad. I think you cut 1-mon here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you draw the 5, you still slam it. You're not happy about it, but you'd still slam it. Across the way, that's just probably Tanya hand. You have the 7-9, so maybe get rid of that at some point. But the rest of the shapes are just bad. Oh, this is just gone.
Oh! This, I mean, it's still pretty good.
This is actually interesting. What do you do?
I mean, I think you're supposed to cut 1-pin, 3-pin.
It's that or Dora. I don't mind 3-pin cut.
Oh.
With all this foo, I don't hate this, because Richi Dora 1 is already be a ton. You have a ton of Ura chances.
I know this is going to sound very dumb, but like...
And this is the problem, and now you're just sad.
Eat.
So do you go 1-pin Tonki?
Yeah, 1-pin Tonki, right? There you go. Because you're doing this because... I mean, once 3-pin gets copied up... 1-pin... Oh, wait.
Dustin has a couple safe tiles for now.
I mean, this is a straggling, like, 1-pin in, like, Dustin's hand. And Dustin is prone to, like, probably just yeet this, like, later if he gets to somewhere good. But he's just hard folding here.
Well, there's a 1-pin.
Oh, Aaron's also pretty prone to pushing this, honestly. Oh, wow.
No, he just
Everyone's just
folds
gonna hard
out.
fold. So,
I think it's
1,
because
2,
it's
3,
right by
4.
the Ricci.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of this Ricci. But it's so rough. Unless, like, Kenyon just gets a miracle 4-pin later, like, there's really no way this 1-pin ever comes out at this point.
Yeah.
Or maybe you
dead.
get Wait, where are 3 pins? Oh, well, there's one there.
One across, but that's all I see.
But Joe is
Plus
trying to
one on the
Mawashi,
Ricci.
so I don't think it's going to come out. Oh, it's Dora. Ooh. Is Joe trying to, like...
Well, there's a Kabe on the 6-mon. I think the 7's a reasonable shove. And that's just Tenpai.
Yeah, that's a Tenpai. 2 4-mon.
And yeah, on the Suji 2-mon.
Yeah.
1.
Goes
That's
for the meme.
not
Wait, 1 turn wait. Oh, there's your 2-mon.
Oh, there it is. But would have came
Kenyon
out.
wouldn't have folded. Wouldn't have
It
thrown
would have
it.
came out if you just
No,
did
it
Riichi,
wouldn't.
though, I'm pretty sure.
The 7 should have been the discard anyway. But it's going to be 2 players. Tenpai. Kenyon's very sad there, but we'll get a net of 500 from it. Still in 4th place. We're in South Korea. Now there's 2,300 in the middle, so lots of potential here.
Yeah, I'm not a super big fan of how Kenyon played that hand, but it is what it is. We probably should have just
That's a pretty good hand here with an Anko.
Oh.
All sorts of attached tiles. Can accept a Dora too. On the right, also a pretty nice hand here. You wish... Okay, never mind.
Okay,
that
yep, there
fixes
we
the
go.
biggest problem I had with that hand.
I knew you were going to say, fill the 4-so or 3-mon.
Yeah, and at this point, you just pair up the 2-mon or the 4-mon, and you're fine with that, honestly.
Oh,
Cross
shit.
the way, kind of a Pinfu type hand. Has a bunch of flows to get rid of.
Kenyon.
Maybe just go Tanyaoi with it, especially with the points in the middle. And we have the Anko of the Pei on the left that is Yakuhai, so you can just call and go. But maybe greeting Honitsu. Unfortunate with the south cut. I think I'd have cut the 1-so, held the south, and then it would have paired up.
I am very confused what Kenyon is doing, because she cut the 8-so instead of the 2-pin there.
She's just taking... Wait, is that any different on Whitest Ishunten?
Yes, but it's slightly better, I believe. But why would you get rid of the Dora Acceptance?
Yeah,
right?
it's so close.
If it's so close, I would just rather keep the Dora Acceptance.
Yeah, that's my thought as well.
But maybe
that was the
she's
reason.
just...
Well, maybe
really...
she's tilted from the last hand. That is a possibility. Oh, well, now you just...
Oh,
snap.
maybe she's just well-read and we're just trolling.
I mean, that's what we do best, isn't it?
I want to say that you shouldn't reach it here, but you should because you're a dealer.
You should definitely reach you this.
But
The goal here is to con. Like, what are your improvements? I guess you can get Sananko, but with 2,300 in the middle, you just always slam here. If it's Nomi, I actually don't hate playing around with it.
Joe? How's Joe gonna get Tenpai from here? Because Joe does not want to give up right now.
Yeah, Joe's just Ishunten. That's an easy play.
I mean,
the problem is the 6-9, so it's so dead.
Yeah, the 5-so doesn't look that bad either. I think he's trying to go 3-4-5 again. It's definitely his plan, I'm pretty sure. But he's gonna lack a pair in this situation, so...
That doesn't help. That doesn't help, Joe.
Yeah, like, I don't think you should touch that.
Sumo.
Just sumo.
Just sumo. Well, I mean, it's
3,300 in the middle makes that little Ricci sumo with the extra foo all the way to 7,200, and that's going to put Kenyon into second place, just 1,600 behind first, and Dustin is the only person under 30K right now. Super close match for first.
Yeah, he's sumo for Kenyon. Kenyon has a
bunch of crap.
I mean, it's... Ooh, I do not like that Hatsu.
I don't like the Hatsu. I want to cut 4-so because I feel it's either Junchan / Chanta or just Honitsu.
Yeah, I think Kenyon just has an aversion for Honitsu right now.
Then that's not something I'd ever peg Kenyon as scared of, Honitsu. People go for it from positions even I go, what the heck? But on the right, Joe has potential Itsu in So, has the Ryoncon 468 in Mon, and a pair lock in with the 3-pin, also a 5 attached across the way. That's just a Tanyao. Shapes aren't great. You have 3 pairs, just looking for anything. And on the left, probably just a Tanyao. Maybe Ricci Tanyao Ipeco would be the best draw.
Ooh, 7 Anko for Aaron on the left. Probably can look a potential Sanshoku in 3-4-5 or something like that, because you are leaving the 5 so open. I'm not a very big fan of the 7-pin cut though. Should just probably drop Tatsu, but then again, it doesn't really get punished very often. So
Well, now it's just 3-4-5 Sanshoku.
yeah, 2 Shanten though. But I mean, you can also get Ipeco and just like not care about Sanshoku. If you get Tanya Sanshoku,
Or you could get both. Well, now
or
you're
you just get
Ishan.
everything.
This should be Tubon. I don't like the 5.
Just greedy for the 1 mod that just gets you Tanya and no Sanshoku. It's like I'm very
Yeah,
would have just rather not
I
taken it.
definitely cut the Tubon there.
I mean,
Well, the thought here is this hand has enough value to where we don't really care.
Yeah.
The game's close enough. Yeah, the game's also close enough you don't necessarily have to worry about it.
Yeah, it also has Cheetoy now. I mean, technically, if you got 3-pin, you could just reach and go 2 mon check Cheetoy bait.
And Dustin is calling us down for Toy, I guess?
Tanya Toy? It's 52.
A long way off.
Yeah, I'm just not sure.
Well, there was Tenpai. He obviously didn't take the No Yaku Tenpai.
Oh, does Aaron want to just cut 2 mon here? That's just so awkward. I mean, 4-7.
So maybe a decision to try and knock someone below. Because if you get a direct hit on Aaron, then you at least only pay out the -15.
Each.
Well, that's 3-sided Tenpai.
Sumo.
Oh, and the Sumo!
Well, that's
not going to be enough to salvage. It does at least get an extra 1,000 there, and we're in South 4.
I believe
that is getting even closer.
Yeah, Rishi's stick actually hurts a lot for Joe, because Kenyon is just directly in 1k range. I mean, Aaron is basically in 1300 range.
And the thing about Joe is, with this hand, he doesn't care. He's just calling for South. It doesn't matter what else happens in this hand.
Yeah, but the South just don't exist right now, so they might be deep in the wall if he's very unlucky.
Well, now he's just Ishan 10. Oh, I hate the 1-mon cut.
Fuck? Sorry. But that should be 4-mon, right?
Yeah, I agree with the 4, 100%.
I think currently Joe also just has a Tanya addiction or something like that, because, like, I mean, now you're just kind of, like, punished.
Now you're really sad, because you'd love the 1-mon as a potential pair here.
Yeah, you just cut 2-mon. Yeah.
On the right is working towards maybe a 6-7-8 Sanshoku.
Tenpai, right?
Across the way we have Ipeco. No, that's just Cheetoy. Cheetoy Nomi.
But that's enough.
Would be first place.
Yeah. I mean, now you just start swapping out tiles.
Yeah, you're absolutely just looking for anything that looks good here.
Yeah. You might even like Damahaku. Like,
and that's Tenpai.
Tenpai.
And yeah, I'm just so sad this isn't the 1/4 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's your Cheetoy dealing. And that's going to be first place for Aaron, just like that. Joe's like, you know what? I'll take second. It's fine. But Aaron with the monster first of 17.2. Joe gets the positive 6.7. We'll take that, given how that last hand could have ended up. Kenyon with plus 0.9 and Dustin taking the full -20 is the only under 30K, but not like a bad result there. Minus 28.4 will knock him a bit in the standings overall.
Yeah, minus
and now
24.
We see the update, and Joe and Dustin at the tops, separated by less than 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, minus 24 is just like a bad third, honestly. It's not even that bad. But yeah, I mean, you're not happy that you fell into like an 8-pin Cheetoy Tonki, but I mean, there's really nothing you could do. Like, you couldn't have just.
I mean, you got first. It's like so. If you get to the Dora, then you can consider making some other plays. But I think Dama's probably the only way you can play that.
Yeah, that's sad, but not really. Good.
nor was
I mean,
anything
I,
there.
if I was
So.
if I was Aaron, I'd just be happy to take anything. Honestly, I mean, first place.
Yeah, you got first. Don't look at gift first place. Oh, speaking of that table we were at earlier, it looks like Christine went on a rampage at the B1 table looked at earlier. Christine 68.1.
Oh.
Aldwin in second minus 10.4. Eric in third with minus 16.2, and Blake taking the brunt of it at minus 41.5.
Oh.
you,
Wow.
you look at the game chart here, and it's just sinking, and then South Round comes, and then just powers up.
Yeah.
Drops all the way
Oh.
down to about 16,000, and it ends over, what, 77, 78,000, somewhere in there?
Let's see. Ricci. It's just cheat toy once again for your Baimon.
All right, well, I think we're going to stick with this table now, because I don't see any other games that just started.
Yeah. It will be starting roughly a minute. Once we get it the screen. Just click OK. Oh, guess not. Okay. So we have Aaron as our first dealer, Kenyon on the right. Dustin across it, and Joe will be our last dealer. Joe actually has been making some very uncharacteristic plays, in my opinion. He's been like forcing a lot of Tanyao, and I'm not very sure if like forcing Tanyao is like okay. Like if it's worth forcing Tanyao when you like ruin shapes sometimes. But
all hands are Tanya.
yeah, but all hands are Tanyao. I knew you were gonna say that. Oh, and then we have Eric in the chat now. I reached you 3 times against Christine and lost all of them. Alright. What's new? You can't beat float up Christine. Like, it's just not possible.
Now, this table should be starting any second now. And just looking at the overall standings, Kenyon's actually one of the big surprises. Did demote a couple seasons ago. Not someone you'd expect to be down there in 19th at this point. Really needs a good result here. Well, Aaron is dealer here, and there's not much there. You have the blocks, but none of them are good. Maybe a 5-6-7 Sanshoku later, or just door acceptance, but it just conchud everywhere. On the right, South pair could probably just call and go. The rest of the shapes aren't great. You have a bunch of floaters to get rid of. Now, the hand across, I like that one a lot. Toy Toy, Chinitsu, or even Suanko if you draw them yourself. The problem is a whole bunch of pin tiles are on the left here for Joe, who's looking at Ricci Pinfu, maybe an Ipeco, but unlikely. Or probably just the Ricci Pinfu, and probably just the fastest hand.
Yeah, I mean, Dustin probably just wants like Toy. Oh no, it's just Cheat Toy now. Or maybe just 7-so. You fail 7-so once, and then you.
So this is You know what he's doing? He's saying, I am going to draw Sanzo and meme on Dustin.
I mean, you definitely should. That's like the best way to just get someone mentally out of the game for like the rest of the series. If they're playing all 4 today, like that's...
No, this is their 4. Well, now you're just Tenpai, so you just slam it on the 4 pin.
Dama?
Dama's with no Yaku. There aren't any real improvements to this hand either. I hate this Dama.
I mean, there are 2 tiles of improvement. Oh, that 3
Oh
pin.
no, the 3's okay. Gonna be the 8.
Wait.
Is this the 1-turn wait? Okay, so we're going a different Dustin meme that Joe's attempting here.
Wait,
the
but
1-turn delay.
Wait, Dustin is Suanko Tanki Ishanten. Wait, what? Actually, there's a way he deals in here. Because he just, like, gets 5-so and he just, like, he runs it down, right? But he gets 3-pin? Like, how lucky are you? I can't even tell.
Yeah.
Because, like, there are no 3-pins left. So you can't win on
Don't.
3. Oh, yeah, GG.
No, this deals in. It's Richie Nomi unless there's an Aura. No Aura. Again, Dustin dealing into a bunch of Richis and just never punished by Aura.
I mean, Dustin should have known this 3-pin was just going to deal in. If you were just even paying half attention to Sumaguri's, like, you see wait 1 turn, you see the 4 pins, like, oh, I mean, like, the most obvious, like,
Well,
3-pin.
Kenyon's sitting here with 3 Dora, so you don't have to think about too much. It's just how do I finish this dumb hand?
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't like that 1-pin
Or
cut.
he's cutting south, but
The south or even the 1 Mon. Maybe hedging Honitsu, but I just don't see it. On the right, we have the Haku Onko, and pretty good shapes. That's actually Ishanten, 7-pin, and then 5/8 so.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, wait, needs a pair in that case, too, because you also have the 2-5 shape. Across the way, has a floating Dora. The rest of the shapes are great, though. Richi, Pinfu, Tanyao, maybe Idipeiko. And on the left, a whole bunch of pairs. I mean, I don't really buy Doko here, but there are so many ways that hand can develop.
Chi.
Oh, I'd absolutely.
Chi.
You're going Itsu.
I mean, if you went 2-pin, if you
If you
went
got
2-pin,
the 2-pin,
2-pin,
even if I still had the 2-pin pair in my hand, I would still Chi that.
I mean, now you don't even need to go Itsu, honestly. Or, I mean, not Honitsu, you can just go Itsu, like, as, like, your backup plan.
Yeah, but at this point, you've thrown all your good floaters.
But,
so
like, at
it's
this,
not
like,
really
yeah,
relevant.
and, like, at this point, you've thrown all your 2-pins. And the only thing unfortunate is, like, you would have maybe paired up the East pair, but, like, there's literally no way you don't Chi, like, your worst shape in your hand.
Yeah, well, the other thing is that 8-mon is going to be very hard to get. There's only one left in the wall, and that's Chitoi Ishanten on the left.
Well, I mean, you don't really... Oh! Are you going pawn?
I think you pawn, yeah.
Yeah, just to just make everyone scared shitless, like, I would.
Well, and then you see how much everyone's scared. The 7-mon immediately comes out.
Yeah, everyone's just, like, now gonna play the Sakigiri game here, like, honestly. Until, like, a certain point where you just get all a bunch of mods and you just can't play the hand anymore. Oh, Dustin's gonna really...
Mon. Just going to throw it anyway. This may
kind of
loosen the 3-up for Joe, but no, we're going to hold that for now.
8-mon being in the wall is kind of rough, but Kenyon also just never progressing her hand. There's actually a bunch of Monzu left in the wall, actually.
Yeah,
just, like,
no one other than dealers using them. And well, there's one of them.
And there's 2 Shanten, I guess.
That is Ishanten.
Oh, I mean, I consider this 2 Shanten, because, I mean, unless you miracle draw the 8-mon, like, as Kenyon.
Well,
like...
you don't know that it's a miracle draw to get the 8-mon here.
Oh, shit!
Oh, and now you just, pay Tonki? No, non-Tonki, okay.
Oh, what the I'm sorry for questioning you. I'm so sorry,
This
Kenyon.
is Honitsu Dora 4 Dealer Hanemon.
Yeah, and then if you just, like, draw their Monzu, just drop south, and boom, you have, like, Baimon.
Especially if you get, 6-mon.
Yeah,
actually, I guess the
like...
3/6/9 doesn't matter because the 9's dead. You can even wait to... No, the 1-mon's dead.
No, the 1's dead.
100% dead.
One dead.
And you can see Kenyon's thinking about it. Wait, is there anything here? Nope.
Yeah. Okay, to be fair, that's, like, pretty bad that she didn't immediately see this, because, like, a little bit of pause just, like...
tells
already
everyone
makes it look like
you're
the
looking
top...
at a shape. And
yeah,
there's
you're looking at
Tenpai
a
across
shape.
the way, and Tenpai on the right now.
Where are these souths?
Don't.
Oh,
there's the deal in. And that's very much a thank you. We'll just take the 1,000 and move on.
Yeah, that's a kind of a handshake deal in, where you're like, if I deal in, whatever. It's just 1k, right?
And Kenyon shut down just like that. Dealer is going to be Dustin. Has the Chun pair and a possibly Peiko shape here. Actually, that's Ishanten already. Horichi Peiko. On the right, wow, that is a mess. 135 Ryonkon in 2 suits, 889, 89. Ugh.
Oh, that's Tenpai for Dustin.
Yeah, and he's just gonna Dama here.
Dama?
So I think this is gonna be his 1-turn wait because he's looking for a Shampoo upgrade.
I think this should be like a wait forever until you get a better shape, honestly.
Yeah,
like
the East Cult wide slam it now for sure.
Yeah, if one person's gonna open up like that, you should just... Or maybe wait to Katagiri, I guess? Oh, I mean, you just drop it back out.
You can tell he's thinking, no, okay, gonna stay Dama. Across the way, we see that East has been called. There's no value here, though. And that does help the hand out a bit. On the left, looking for that 5/6/7 Sanshoku. You do have the overlapping shape in Monzu. No potential 4/5/6 Sanshoku opens up.
I know Dustin's trying his hardest to Richi, but I think he's finding an excuse to Katagiri right now. Instead of Sumogiri. Because he doesn't want to look super sus. Because if he gets Sumogiri's, like, Richi's, like, everyone's just gonna figure out he's on a shit weight, and no one's gonna
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Well, there's a Dora draw by Aaron. Probably didn't want that.
Yeah, it's actually not very ideal, unless you draw 2 so afterwards.
1
He's just giving up.
Yeah,
Dustin has given up.
I waited till the end of the first row. I didn't get an improvement. Screw it, we're done.
I mean,
Oh, and the 7 fits perfectly into Kenyon's hand, and she's just Ishunten.
yeah, there's only 2 left. Kenyon is probably just gonna shove this. Like, if you've paid attention to Sumogiri's, you've known that Dustin hasn't done anything. Like, so you know he's pretty much on a bad weight.
And that just locks your 7 in.
Yeah, now you actually have. Yeah, he's gonna drop 7 Mon.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Fine. The one backfire for actually there is no backfire for Kenyon. I don't ever see this getting dropped unless you get like 8 so or 5 so. I mean,
well,
no,
if you draw 8 so or
so.
5 so, you're just Tenpai on the Shampoo, the hideous Shampoo, but a
Hideous
Shampoo.
Shabo. But Kenyon might even pull into 4, honestly, or 5. Just try to take a like 5-8 weight.
Well, you also don't really want to have to throw a so into that. Well, now you're just Tenpai.
Oh, I mean, there's no way you
Oh,
go
you
4
might throw
so's.
the 7 thinking it's safer
Yeah.
than the 4, though.
I mean,
Oh,
unless
that's
you like
the worst draw.
unless you big energy Ricci,
Don't.
yeah. The only way you get saved here is if you draw 5 so. 5 so instead of 8, because at least you have the Epeiko justification to go 4 so. That's just
All right,
sucks.
well,
But
Dustin picks that up, 3,900 from the Ricci there, and is a workable starting end here. Probably a Tanya Pinfu with a Dora on the right. That looks kind of similar, but worse compared to what Dustin had last hand. Looking for that Ipeiko on the 1-2-3 Mon. Across the way, fills in the Kanchan there with a 1-2-3 pin. And the rest of the shapes, though, just aren't good. We talked about that earlier. When you have a 1-2 and the 3 is the door indicator, it's just sad. Sanso or not, doesn't matter. It's still sad. Kenyon's just going to try and call this down for 2,000, looking for 4-7 Mon and 5-8 pin currently. Shunten.
yeah, Kenyon's slightly sad. You look at that hand, it's like, if I only went the other direction. But, I mean, it's really hard to say from there. Like, that's gonna be really rough. Everyone's had actually very slow here. I mean, I won them with I mean, Jozen is quote unquote fast, but Reliance on a really good draw, honestly. We'll just drop the 4 pin here. Try to go for a Saw Menchon, but it's really like through Furitan as well, so.
1
It's only so you can accept another Dora in case you draw it. But, well, Dustin's gonna look at the Chi, see the 1 pin Sumagiri, and just gonna kind of like slap himself mentally. But currently, Aaron is just like has a bunch of nothing. He's just like being pretty depressed about it. Honestly, I'm pretty sure. But he is trying to like float this 1-2-3 Sanshoku. But
Ishunten across the way.
7 so. It's the one I ever play. I just want to drop Dora Suji. Joe's gonna draw the 8. So, I mean, you could cut 2-1 Mon. I actually would rather just cut 2-1 Mon here.
Yeah,
3
I like
just,
2-1 Mon as well.
At least you can play like a 2 and then 1.
Could go headless instead, just cutting the 3 so, but they just have so much value upgrade. Oh, and there's the backfire.
Yeah.
Means you're not even like that sad about that draw anyway. And there
Well,
you are. This is
it's
3-sided
fine.
Tenpai.
Yeah, there we go. 3, 6, 7 is the weight. Ooh,
and I think Dustin just deals in unless he gets the 5
unless he draws
8,
the 5 or 8, yeah. Or if he just folds, but
meanwhile,
I mean,
Kenyon's sitting here going, I was Ishunten from turn 3, and I've drawn nothing the rest of the hand.
Yeah. It's pretty much a result of Aaron also not progressing anything, so she has nothing to call as well. And, oh, I think Kenyon might start folding soon. Well, I mean, the 3-mon's actually not bad here because you
No,
went 2,
with
1,
the
and the
1,
6.
2, and then the 6, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
that bad. But the 3 pins, 1 chance in Sotogawa, so. Well, there's Tenpai if you take it for Kenyon. I think you have to take this.
You cheated, drop 2.
Chi.
And just beg you don't deal in to a door.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's like, what else are you gonna throw?
Yeah.
And that's why.
Don't.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you were sad that the 5 pin was pulled, but yeah, it's pretty much okay. It's fine.
But also, if you're just playing for the funny play, Chonkan always qualifies.
I don't know if Dustin will con there for fun. I just fold. He did have.
Dealer here has 3 pairs, kind of a Honitsu, but it's just kind of disconnected altogether. Now on the right, however, that's a real hand, especially if you can get a 6-0. Then you look at Richi Pinfu Tanyao Dora across the way. Kind of a Pinfu hand. You have a bunch of floaters here with that so shape. 1, 3, 3, 6, 9. Not great, but workable. And on the left, we have the East pair and can accept a Dora. Probably a call and go. There's also a distant Itsu and so, but seems unlikely.
Yeah, I'm not even a fan of the 5 pin cut. Well, immediately
And punished for the 5 pin cut.
Like,
yes.
as you should be for discarding 5 pin over 2 pin. Like, I don't know what Dustin is trying to do here.
Dustin was fishing for a Chanta.
Oh, well, I mean, that was like Cheetor for Joe.
I think it's just Toy. Screw Cheetoy with this hand.
If you get Haku, I would go. If I get the
If
second
I get
Haku,
a
I would
2,
go.
I'm pawning. Well, not that 2. Like
Not
any
that
of the
2.
other 2s.
You're like 2, and you're like, wait, that's not the right 2.
No, not that one. The other one.
I mean, do you take Cheetor Tenpai though if you just get it? Or you just like.
Yeah, like the 1
Yeah.
3 looks amazing with all these 5s out, so I'd take it, yes.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Oh,
Oh!
what about
Swampy
Swanko?
Shuntan! Yeah, let's go. I'm down. I mean, you should still point everything here, probably.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's see.
Well, the
Where are
other
the
thing
2?
is this 1 pin can be cheat for Tenpai.
Yeah.
And if you reach it with the Suwanko, I bet it does get cheat for Tenpai.
Wait, let's see. 2-1 is 1 left. South is 2 all. Haku is 1. Oh, it's 4. 4 tiles is pretty good. I mean, considering, like, 4 tiles is really good. Oh!
Well, there's a
that's awkward.
Dora. Goodbye, Dora.
Goodbye, Dora. Everyone should be slightly wary.
Immediately, can you just immediately yeet the Dora and it gets cheat?
Yeah, and Aaron's just gonna immediately just start stocking up on like, I mean, Keenan's just gonna fold on the 1, like just already on.
Yeah.
Chi.
Okay, well that's
Yeah,
cheap.
that's the sad Tenpai call.
6-9. Oh,
dead. It's dead. It's just the
It's just
6
dead?
anyway.
Oh, 6 is just ongoed. I mean,
Yeah. Well, you can't expect that to be the situation, but yes. Oh, and that's Dora, so you don't even really want to switch.
Wait, you can't switch. Yeah. I mean, if you're Joe, you probably have to just get back in Tenpai to draw Draymon.
Yeah. Well, you need to do
it's
Son
too
Uncle.
late.
Well,
Oh,
what about
no, that's
Suwanko?
right. Richie! Oh, wait, Haku, this is kind of dirty. Oh, and you got the 2-mon, like, you got the 5-mon, like, sushi bait.
Do we
If
have a
Koto wants to write it
Yakuman? We'll
down.
get, what, 3 more draws if this gets to Tenpai. Oh!
Oh, it's stealing in!
There it goes!
There it goes!
Reaching Toy's Son Uncle. That's only manga unless there's an Ura flip. And again, Dustin not punished by Ura.
But still punished for dealing it for 12k. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
I mean,
There's a pretty big difference between 12,000 and flipping Ura 3 and going 24, though.
He comes to the chat and says it's so Jover.
All right, speaking of Jover, Joe is not in that position right now.
Yeah,
Has a floating Dora, Chun pair, decent shapes. That's a pretty good starting hand. The problem is the other 2 Chun are in the right for Aaron, and this isn't going anywhere.
The Hans is also Mochi Mochi.
Oh no, this hand is just ultimate suffering for everyone.
This is
And
gonna be
Kenan
the
has
most...
2 doors, like this is a great hand, and it's just not. This is
But
one
Kenya
where
has-
hilariously the people with the person with the worst hand may have the advantage, and that's Dustin.
Yeah, because he might actually just start looking
Because
cheap.
he's just
toys
gonna
here.
stay closed. There's no reason to ever open this up.
Kenyon 6-0? Yeah. It's so funny because Kenyon is definitely trying to get Cheetoy out of this somehow, some way. Oh, okay, well it's Cheetoy now. I mean, 8-pin, easy, right? Oh, is she trying to sub Sushi Bait for 8? Not, but 8-pin just
I
got one
just
cut.
cut Shaw.
Wait,
I hate
what?
the form. I don't like the form on
Gee.
that much.
That's just asking the.
Oh,
Never
and I
get
say Dustin would have no reason to ever call, immediately calls. I obviously know what I'm talking about. Apparently not.
Yeah, we're sourcing Horitsu.
Well, when he pairs up the north like that, it looks reasonable. Like, this hand right now looks like a Honitsu.
Yeah, it looks a
I
little
think he
bit
had
better.
3 straight draws in there for it.
Yeah. Well,
Which will
Kenyon's
always
punished
change your
already.
perspective. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it kept this west for I don't know why.
I mean, what is this 8-pin doing here is my real question. Like, even if you draw an Ardora, I mean, just.
Still cut the 8-pin because you have a
You're-
pair with the Forso
Yeah, and then now
and
you
oh,
just
and there
be
was your cheat toy backup.
Yeah, now you're cheat. Well, I mean, I guess you'd never just be on this line of drawing line because you form one to get cheat, but like, I'm so confused. I mean, it seems to be so boring for everyone.
Boom.
Cause except for
That's gonna
Dustin.
be Ishunton for Dustin.
Yep, Dustin better not hope
And
he
yeah,
ends
can
up on
just
the
use
shop.
the hot 2 as the pair here.
Yeah, I mean, Dustin just better hope he not go on a Shabo.
Oh,
Hey, no,
that is
that's
the
the Sean
upgrade
10.
that Kenyon was looking for. Could already be Tenpai here.
Joe also now Yishan 10. Everyone is like kind of figuring out that they're probably Mochi Mochi. Well, they assume they're Mochi Mochi with Dustin, to be fair.
Yeah.
But they don't know that they've been the most awkward Mochi Mochi since turn 1. I'm really just so concerned why, like, Kenya just keeps holding on to his 8-pin. Like, I'm probably just stressing it way too much. But it's just, like, so inefficient for how you're playing this hand. Joe finally has the incentive to drop Chun here. It's for Tanya, but will Saki created 3-pin instead?
Yeah, but
But
this is 3 pairs now.
Yeah, that's quite awkward.
This
I mean,
should probably just be Haku. Oh, cuts the
Oh,
3-mon instead.
Dreamall. It's just a bluff for Tenpai? Like, probably.
Almost has to be. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just
you have Isu?
draws
Oh,
it.
no.
No, it's not.
Well, the 7 balls are dead, so have fun there.
I think it's just 5 so 5 so. Or 5 so 6 so rather.
I mean, do you
5 so
reach
8 so. I'll get
this
it
as
eventually.
Kenyon?
Apparently
No.
not.
But we're just gonna double this, and now
It's
we're
also
gonna
so
never...
this should be a
Gee.
cheat. This should absolutely be a cheat.
5 so.
Gee.
And Kenyon can't even improve her weight, because she'll just always be for 10.
Yeah.
And, Kenyon just doing the I don't care about you 1-mon shove.
No one seems to care, and it's not like anyone should care with these hands. Oh, I like.
Oh,
you
I
ever
would've-
cut the 7
Oh, no.
and go
because
for
you
a
don't got
free
Yaku.
chance?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, but
you're-
yeah.
You know that Aaron's shoving there. Anyway, 4 players Tenpai. So that hand that said such promise and looked like it might end up blocking each other had everyone blocking each other.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew it was going to be really boring the moment everyone just ended up Mochi Mochi. No one really actually, like,
Well,
flexible
Dustin at least
enough.
went for it. Everyone else is like, it's going to come, and then eventually, like, mid-row 3, everyone's like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, I think everyone just figured out the moment, like, Dustin called and they weren't going to get it, that everyone just assumes that Dustin has it. And that just makes the game really boring from there. But let's just stop talking about the previous hands, because Kenyon Across, I think, has the most cooking
Joe
hand.
has a pretty good hand here, too.
Yeah, he has a pretty
potential
good
Honitsu,
hand.
potential just regular hand. Doesn't call the Shah. On the right, that's a nice little Pinfu hand, but you have that awkward 1-1-3-5-7-9 in Manzu. Can accept a Dora, potential Sanjuku upgrades with a 3-4-5 across the way. Kenyon cut the 5-mon to set up the potential double Suji trap 2-8 weight. for Riichi Tanyao.
I actually really like that, not gonna lie.
And on the left, we have a whole bunch of pairs. I don't know whether Chitoy or Toy Toy or just Tanyao. But doesn't look for something I'd pull. Yeah, there it goes.
There you go.
Yeah, you
there
have
are
so many
two.
pairs there, and they're so hard to use. But hey, if they're gonna throw them.
Yeah, I do not know how Dustin is accomplishing this. In fact, he can even get Toy Toy in this somehow. Oh, I'm gonna stop
like
talking.
that.
I'm just gonna stop talking. I mean, this is the easiest 6-7 cut of your life here. But this 6-1's gonna be quite hard to come out because everyone can use at least one of those. But we'll see. But the 4-pin is loosey-goosey for Joe.
For Joe, potential Sanshoku with the 6-7-8.
Yeah. 4-pin's actually very loosey-goosey for Joe.
I
Joe
would
should
pass
definitely call this. This is Joe I'm talking about. Wait,
yeah, Joe would call this for sure.
Joe would call this for it to just get a better Ishante?
Well, yeah, so you can. This does allow you to just call, and then you can chi and still get Sanshoku anyway. It's just a little cheaper.
Yeah. It was way cheaper.
You can always just cut the West.
Right.
So I don't need to call that much. I don't know that I'd make it, though.
I would not.
Well, there's Tenpai across the way.
You
take Riichi the 8.
Dama?
You don't do the Suji trap. You can't Dama.
I actually thought the Dama was not that bad, but...
There's no Yaku!
It's Pinfu.
Oh, there is a Yaku now. I'm dumb.
Oh, wait, but it's Riichi Pinfu Dora.
Yeah, like you have to Riichi that way.
I forgot
thought
she
we were
had Dora.
sold the Shampoo.
I forgot she had Dora, not gonna lie. Oh, Pon!
Tenpai.
4-pin, 1 left, 6-mon,
and
1
4-pin
left.
is Hanemon.
Yeah.
Chi.
Well, I mean...
That's a chi. I think you just
That's a
jam
chi.
it. Yeah.
I mean, now we're 6-9.
Oh,
well,
that's
we're gonna get the cheap way. The cheapest
just,
way.
Yeah. Just the cheap end of the cheap hand.
Yep. It's gonna be the cheapest way possible, just the 1500. If Kenyon looks at the logs later, she'll be pretty not sad about dealing into that.
Oh, yeah, when you look at the alternative there. Well, Joe has kind of a messy Pinfu hand, 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku. On the right, few pairs, hand's a bit of a mess there. More I look at it, the less I like it. Definitely needs a Dora. Might even just brute force Chiditsu from it. Across the way, Hatsu pair might go Honitsu in So, although with that draw, you just may go for a quick hand. And on the left, South pair, probably South is not Yakuhai, so probably going to go for a Pinfu type hand.
I mean, now Joe's probably looking 5, 6, 7 here. I mean, this is Joe. He's been forcing Sanshoku all day, so... I mean... He's probably gonna, like, try to look at it. But...
I don't like the 1-so cut. That should be the 9-mon instead. I guess trying to hedge the Dora acceptance a bit, but the only draw you feel bad about... And yeah, if you throw the 9 the next turn anyway, I'd like the 1-2-2 shape. It's better than this other Penchon you have in Monsu.
Yeah, Kenyon's gonna force...
it immediately does draw the Dora.
This is actually 5, 6, 7 here. Well, I mean, Kenyon's probably just, like, forcing Sanshoku here.
Oh, yeah. Joe's forcing Sanshoku, Canyon's forcing Honitsu, and Dustin just sitting here waiting for something to come into the hand. That's a great draw.
2-mon, yeah.
You're actually kind of sad because getting the 6-mon's going to be really hard.
Oh, what's the Sakigiri here?
Speaking of the 6-mon, there's now 1 left.
Yeah.
Chi.
I mean,
well, that's
Joe probably
perfect tile for Kenyon to chi.
I mean, Joe probably just miracle draws 1 just to wait.
Oh,
that's a
the
pretty
backfire
big
for Joe. Should have cut the 2-mon.
Yeah, the 2-mon was, like, not very good to hold. You didn't even really want a Sakigiri there. We'll be Tenpai here. For
just
Aaron,
on the 5 Dama with no Yaku.
No Yaku 5.
Well, it's Riichi Dora 1, so you could Riichi. The other problem is a lot of your upgrades are Furiton with an 8-mon discard.
I mean, even if...
I mean, now you're Riichi. That was the perfect draw.
Yep, there we go.
Got a Dama, and we have Tenpai across the way. Could be Itsu on the 4-so as well.
Yeah, also be 4-7 so Tenpai for Kenyon. For Honitsu Nomi right now.
It's or Honitsu Itsu.
Yeah, or Honitsu Itsu. on the Forso Taco. Wait, how do you get Itsu?
Oh wait, you're right. I see 1, 2, 3, and immediately think Itsu.
Oh, is Joe
So yeah,
just
it's
getting?
just Buckle, and there's no extra
Joe
event
is
involved.
like maybe gonna get Ipeko here, and then Tanya Sancho get Ipeko.
Well, the problem is the 6-mon is just pretty dead.
Oh, I mean, there's literally no way you push 7, right? So you go 6 pin, 7 pin. Oh, okay, Joe deals in here. GG's.
Yeah, probably deals in next turn.
Yeah, I mean that was just a bad decision, probably, in my opinion. It doesn't matter if you're
Well,
like it's too
cheaper than
late.
throwing the 5-mon, that's for sure.
You were never supposed to go 5 mon. I think it was go 6,
Oh,
7 pin.
oh!
Oh!
You have to take the switch.
You have to
don't
swap
you?
here, but like
Which
now
one?
you're still like 5. That's just so sad because like your weights are like so
Gee.
bad now. Well, that would have just been the deal-in, so...
Oh, there's the 6. And that's an easy chi.
Chi.
Yeah, and
That is the tile
now,
Dustin desperately needed. Oh, well, there's
wait,
your dealing.
Joe! Your 6s are dead. Oh, wait, he doesn't know that, though. I would still think it's dead by this point. Lucky.
Yeah, awkward
I mean, it's all
hand
3
there.
out. It's probably just fold out. Doesn't want to fold, so we'll deal in for 52, I believe.
5200, and I think there were 3 Homa there. That was not a cheap hand, particularly. But we are in South Round finally, and nice little Onko of the 7-pin, a few other pairs, so you're dreaming
Wow.
Suonko, but probably is going Tanya if you're Aaron. On the right, we have an East pair, but that's no longer a Yakuhai, so that hand's cheap and garbage. Might have missed the Dora, because Kenyon does not seem the type of person who would cut a Dora first turn when the rest of the hand's kind of bad.
I would say that, but it actually is okay. Because you can eat Haku, and just try to force Tanya later and not have to be concerned about this Haku floating your hand the entire time. So that is the merit of just cutting it. So that is exactly what she was planning on doing if she's going to cut the ECs like that. So
Across the way, Justin
not
looking
bad.
for the Itsu here, needs the 3, 6, 7 pin for it. And on the left, that's just a Rishi Pinfu Tanyao, potentially Peiko upgrades.
Yeah, actually, every hand's quite fast, actually. If you call that is, but most of the time you don't want to call these shapes. Oh, Aaron should probably cut 4 so here. Yeah. I mean, you're not really ecstatic about any shape in this hand.
No, these hands
the
all
four-
shapes all
But the
stink.
4 so is like...
If you're
you want
keeping
4,
so you okay. So what about 8 pin?
But you have 3 1-sos cut already. Like, what
Well,
are the
I'm
chances
thinking use the 4 as your pair.
pair,
cutting
and then
2,
you go...
3 if you draw a 3 or 6 mon.
You want to go like the double diamond. You don't get
Yeah.
shape.
Because here, the only tile that really helps is a 6 pin, and we're not even thrilled with that. I guess we'd take it, just cut for the 4,
I think you're just keeping 8 pin because it's safer. But you do really just want to, like... Honestly, don't even know what you really want. It's like, Aaron, I just 6-so to secure Tanya. Let's go 4-mon, 5-mon then.
Well, we have Tanya Ishan 10 on the right for Kenyon now, looking for 5, 8 in 2 different suits.
Yeah. Those 5s are pretty trapped right now. Oh, that's like actually the worst draw, and actually this
that is Tenpai. Yuck. You just slam it because you don't have any better ideas, but at the same time, with the Chi and you have a safe Tenpai. On Genbutsu, no less. The 8 just comes right out, doesn't it? No, gonna throw the 1 first.
In due time, it just dies. Alright, 8-mon right now?
No.
No, because we got 4 pin first.
Is that's Ishan 10 on the left now?
Yep, there we go.
There's your 8.
Dustin, not very happy, but I mean, shouldn't be too sad about that either.
That's probably cheaper than letting dealers sumo. We know it probably wasn't just because how bad that hand was.
Yeah,
and shutting down dealer reach usually not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Kenyon has, I mean, the blocks are there, but those tiles suck. You need 7 pin, 3 pin, and 3 mon to complete that hand. Oh, well, never mind. Now, do you go Honetsu?
probably don't. You look on it too. It
Well,
Hatsu
you're
is
gonna
one
kind of
time.
hedge it. I would pawn that in a second.
Yeah.
And if we get the Hatsu, then we just sell out.
Well, you have to get the Hatsu no matter what in the end.
Right. And on
So
the
you see-
right, looking for the Itsu, potentially. Could even call the 3-so down, which I imagine comes right out. Nope, gonna hold it for now. Across the way, we have a Chun pair, and that's probably just a call and go type hand. I might even just chi the 4. The shapes are so bad that you're looking for any excuse to call.
What is that?
Goes and passes it.
Pause.
Boom.
Well, he was doing the same thing. Do I
Oh.
really want to call this? And then goes ahead and takes the tune anyway. And now you're like,
Oh, Dustin's gonna be really sad when that song's
Con?
on.
No, I'm gonna hold it for now.
Boom.
And on the left we have a bunch of pairs there. Could just go Tanya with that as well.
Yeah, Joe's now at
Aaron's hand
Ishan.
just kind of awkward here. Everyone's hand is awkward in different ways.
Chi.
Well, that's a chi.
That's a free chi.
Tenpai 1-4mon.
Yeah, and in first place, you don't even worry about the value. Just throw the Dora. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
And there it goes.
there you go. Bye bye. Joe somehow completes 3 calls into a win there. So
I managed to get it. Well, dealer here's Dustin. Has the South callable here and a Dora. Decent shapes. Good. Starts with a 7-so. So definitely
He's
dreaming
lo-
of one too.
he's dreaming about So Sushi. Such a Dustin move.
On the right, though, that's a pretty good hand there. Potential Richi Pinfu, Tanyao, Sanjuku, Dora. Although now that's a really awkward draw with a 4 pair. Then we lose out on the Sanjuku and the Dora. Across the way, few pairs and an Onko, but not really any value I'm seeing yet. And on the left, Chun pair and a Dora, and they just call and go.
Oh, Kenya really draws that 4-pin. That's really nice.
You just
for
throw
her.
West. You don't even worry
This
about
West, yeah. Like, you should be just discarding wins before like Dustin starts pairing them up for it's like somewhat obvious Honitsu. But
Whoa!
okay,
Dustin
won't even call
passes.
that. He just wants to take 1K here, I guess, or 1500.
Well, he has a Dora, so.
Dora 29, I guess.
Yeah, but Dustin not taking Dora Tonki, I don't understand what he's doing.
Yeah, or he even cut 6. I thought he was gonna cut 6-7 and try to force, because that's what he's doing all day.
Oh. Well, okay.
Well, I mean, now you just play
He just knew where the
efficiently.
2-pin was in the wall.
Now he's kind of. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I like
sure.
the 1-pin.
Yeah, 1 pin, and then you draw 6-7.
Yeah, if you draw 6-7, you cut the 6-7.
And then you pull the north, then.
Then you just wait on the offsuit, and no one. Well, I guess it looks like the Honitsu in
Monzu, right?
Monzu then, so that actually doesn't help you a whole lot.
Tenpai. Or not Tenpai.
No, it's not.
My
It's
bad.
a really
Wait.
ugly draw.
I mean, these cut
Yeah,
No.
I figured he'd do that.
so bad because this is a contested suit that everyone needs. It's pretty much.
And there's your 5.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
could have
much
been
your
Tenpai here, and that is
Right.
Tenpai on the right.
Tenpai.
Well, Dama waiting on 5-mon. There's only 1
5-mon.
left.
Yeah, I think that was actually a huge punish for Dustin that not just maintain a good shape, trying to win Dora 2. Because you're not forced to build value here. Oh, wait!
There's the 5, there's the Dama, there's the Tanyao.
Cheat? Oh, he's forced to Cheatoy? Okay. Just would've not.
Well,
but-
we're in all last now.
What's the comeback for? Oh, Kenyon has a really easy comeback condition. I believe that's just 420 for.
420 sumo would be enough.
Yeah, 420 sumo is pretty not that hard. Rishi Pinfu sumo or Rishi Pinfu
Well,
sumo
it's just
Dora.
a Dora. That shape's almost always gonna have a Dora, especially if you use the 6 as your pair.
It's, I believe, 1000. I believe.
Oh, just draw Dora. Draw turn 2.
Easy. Wait, I think Kenyon just like has it in the bag of Shisumos. Like, is this 1-2 6,000 swing? I believe that's enough.
Yeah, should be. Anyway, so starting at the beginning here, Joe with a floating Dora. probably Tanya type shapes. You want something connected to this door. The pension's not great, but it's like
Oh,
whatever. On the
wait,
right,
Aaron.
that's a really good hand.
Wait, but why Naimon? In fact,
Doesn't believe in the Sanjuku. Probably planning to cut 8-pin even. That is the
yeah, I
widest
would have.
Shanten.
It
Well,
is
that's
Jeez.
why.
wide.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
gonna take it.
yeah. Ricci Naomi
Wait.
though. You have a ton of value though. You need Ricci Sumo Ura to get to 30k though.
Yeah. I.
Don't.
Oh,
Oh!
gets Ipatsu. Still needs an Ura though. Nope.
Oh. Okay.
So regardless, though, even if there were one Aura, Joe still would have led. If there were two Aura, then it would have been a huge swing. But Joe does, even on that Ipatsu deal line in the end, end up with a plus 22.7. Will take the lead in A1. Kenyon gets 9.4, a decent result, but she needs a lot more points with where she is in the standings. Aaron takes a minus 5.7, really close to getting positive, but couldn't flip an Aura there on the end. And Dustin takes fourth here at minus 26.4. So today has lost like 50 points without like really bad scores, just a couple fours.
I mean, there were some pretty bad deal-ins, but you finally Kenyon got her first, like second or first place. Really, I mean she went 7 games without being like second or first, which is pretty rough. Joe just like never punched this game for dealing in constantly, and never like I think this like table's ability to flip Uro was like negative. This when we were
Yeah, these
watching
are
them.
players who have been on the list of most Aura 3 flipped. I think Joe and Dustin were both top 4.
They both also have like most Ura as well, just in general.
Right.
So the fact they just didn't hit anything is quite funny, honestly. But maybe their luck is balancing out now because they've been high rolling too hard.
Well, Dustin's doing pretty well. Not only last season won the league, is doing really well in IRL tournaments, and is still in a pretty good position normal here in third place.
Are there any other games that are going on right
No,
now?
the only other one was 31 minutes ago, so I think we're probably just going to hang it up here. Because I don't see any other games going on or even logically ready to start for another like 42 minutes. And I think we're going to have lose a commentator and a director if that happens. So with that, I think we're going to wrap up now.
Yeah. And once we get the
All
stream.
right.
Oh.
So this is so any closing thoughts on this series other than no Ura?
No Ura plus extremely aggressive pushes.
Yeah, definitely a hyper aggressive.
Extremely aggressive
play
pushes
bullet
that
hole.
actually got punished extremely hard by like several players this time. Like Dustin being the biggest culprit of like just shoving and dealing in. But even like our people, I mean like even Joe just like shoved quite often and they're quite punished for it like quite a few times. I mean he didn't place fourth, but either way, I mean you still left quite like
the first match of this table was a really close, hard-fought match where there was one Mongon and the rest were just cheap hand after cheap hand.
yeah.
And then we did have that first game, of course, which was a little more conventional, but lots of good hand sizes there. And of course, then as I said, we missed the fun game apparently, which was Christine at that table in that second game getting a plus 68.1. So congratulations to her. And so after all that, I guess this is when we plug the obligatory socials, Twitter and YouTube at American Ricci. And you can check out the site, americanricci.org. So for Stanley, this is Korak from the American Ricci Mahjong League signing off. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.